Welcome to the Virtual Hospital Radio Awards 2020. To start things off, here's a special message direct from the home of Radio 2's Ken Bruce.
Hi, it's Ken Bruce here. I just wanted to wish a very, very happy 50th birthday to the HBA. I'm really disappointed the ceremony couldn't happen this year. I know many of you will be too. But with a bit of luck, we'll all get together in Bolton next March for something of a knees-up. Everybody involved in hospital radio does fantastic work. You know that already. And it means so much to the patients and the staff who are working in the hospitals up and down the country, particularly at the moment in such challenging times. So thank you for all the work you do. And a very, very big happy birthday.
Thank you, Ken. Hello and welcome to the National Hospital Radio Awards 2020. Slightly different to normal for very obvious reasons. Over the next hour or so, HBA patron Alan Dedicote and I, plus a few special guests along the way, will reveal the winners of our 11 categories, plus an extra special 12th award to mark this year being the HBA's 50th anniversary. More on that later. First, Alan, please confirm the categories for this ceremony.
Will do, Sean. Hello, everyone. It's my pleasure to help guide you through the awards. As Sean mentioned, we have our usual 11 categories tonight. They are Best Station Promotion, Best Specialist Music Programme, Best Speech Package, Best Special Event, Best Newcomer, Best Programme with Multiple Presenter, the Best Male and Best Female Presenters, the Best Innovation Award, and the John Whitney Award. And, of course, the Station of the Year. Plus, this year, to mark 50 years of the HBA, we have one extra special award to announce, the HBA Special Recognition Award. More on that a little bit later on. Sean, back to you.
Thanks, Alan. OK, here's how the ceremony will work this year. Alan will read through the list of nominees, and then with our special guests, we'll reveal the bronze, silver and gold in each category. As they're revealed, we'll play a little sample of their entry, and we'll reveal the judges' comments as to why they won. Nice and simple. Make sure you cheer along wherever you're listening if your station gets a mention. So good luck to all our nominees. Let's create some award winners then. Our first award is for the Best Station Promotion, recognising the technical ability and tireless work that lies behind on-air station promotions and programme trailers. Alan, remind us of the nominees.
Sean, here's the top 10 for Best Station Promotion. Good luck to Hospital Radio Basingstoke, David Blower and Steve Fox. Hospital Radio Chelmsford, Good Times with Shawaddy Waddy. Hospital Radio Plymouth, The New Jolly Good Breakfast. Radio Glamorgan, Music Was My First Love. Radio Heartbeat Weekend Breakfast. Radio Hillingdon, How to Listen to Radio Hillingdon. Radio Way, The Young Way. Southend Hospital Radio, Focus. Stoke Mandeville Hospital Radio, Join SMHR. And Whips Cross Hospital Radio, Whips Cross Hospital Radio 50.
Thanks, Alan. Good luck to all 10. To reveal our bronze, silver and gold, we welcome a well-known voice from BBC One and BBC Two. He started in hospital radio in Grimsby. From BBC Continuity, it's Duncan Newmarch.
Sorry, are you talking to me? Oh, right. Well, yes, welcome to the BBC One Continuity Suite. This is where it... Actually, I better check I'm not talking over Homes Under the Hammer. No, we're safe. So we're going to start off by playing this. Because it cost me a fortune, it's my dramatic radio jingle.
Here's Duncan's drum roll.
Can you feel the tension? Well, thank you for inviting me to reveal the bronze, silver and gold in a category that's very close to my heart. We'll start with the bronze, and the winner is... Radio Hillingdon.
Speaker, what's the best way to contact us if you're in hospital?
If you're in hospital, just dial star 800 on your bedside TV unit.
The judges liked this short promo, using a certain smart speaker device to highlight how listeners can interact with the station. Nice and simple, but got the message across.
Our landline number is 01895 279 219.
So how do I listen to Radio Hillingdon on my favourite smart speaker?
That's easy. Just ask your smart device to play Hospital Radio Hillingdon.
Thank you. You've been here a while. Fancy going out for something to eat?
No, thank you. I'm already full of chips.
Yes, well done, Radio Hillingdon, for taking bronze. Right, let's move on to the silver, and using my virtual envelope here, which is actually the Radio Times, and it goes to Radio Way. I have ruined that.
In a magical kingdom far, far away, where animals love to come out to play. Two lovely ladies, Catherine and... who's it? Oh, Andy.
Hi Mark, Andy here. Catherine and Marie are not going to be in this week. Sam and Eddie will be taking over for 1 week only.
The judges enjoyed this promo, hooking them in from the beginning with an unexpected twist.
From a Radio Way studio close to you, collecting requests from the children's wards, presenting The Young Way on Radio Way. Please welcome Sam and Eddie.
Right, we've had bronze and silver. Let's move on to the gold. And the best station promotion for 2020 goes to... Oh, hold on, I haven't told you yet. Goes to Radio Glamorgan.
How about this for a challenge for you? Try choosing 10 of your all-time favourite songs and having a reason for picking each one. It's a really tough task.
The judges said this was simply executed, but often keeping things simple offers the best way to engage your listener. A series of clips nicely put together.
That song always reminds me of going camping, because we'd be going along and then it would inevitably start raining wherever we went.
It's one of the songs that we used to play regularly when we were taking Dana back to university. It used to lift our spirits and just get us all happy and singing.
I suppose that was one of the first tracks that I was aware of in my own right. So it was when I went to youth club in probably about 1970.
Music was my first love, exclusive to Radio Glamorgan. Listen every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 10 p.m.
Radio Glamorgan. Yes, well done to Radio Glamorgan, and also well done to you, Hospital Radio. I know from personal experience you're keeping people company when they really need it most. So you are all winners. I started off on Grimsby Hospital Radio back in the early 90s, and even though today I'm introducing shows to millions of people on the telly, I miss my hospital radio days. Please keep it going. And one last time, I'm going to pretend I am a radio DJ by talking up to my own jingle. Duncan Newmarch. And now more hospital radio news on BBC One with Sean Dunderdale.
Thank you, Duncan Newmarch, and well done again to Radio Glamorgan, the best station promotion of 2020. Right, on to our next category, the Best Specialist Music Programme, in association with our friends at PPL. This award recognises the dedication to and in-depth knowledge of specialist music programming. Alan, remind us of our nominees for Best Specialist Music Programme.
With pleasure, they are Grampian Hospital Radio, The 70s Show, Hospital Radio Medway, Coolaxing, Hospital Radio Plymouth, Cabinet of Audio Curiosities, HWD Hospital Radio, The Rock Show, Radio Brockley, Bedside Broadway, Radio Clatterbridge, Country Connection, Radio Grapevine, Fresh Sounds, Radio Harrow, Richard Wyborn, Nice and Easy, Radio Redhill, Curtain Up, and Radio Tyneside, the Geordie Hour.
So that's the shortlist. To reveal our bronze, silver and gold winners, please welcome long-time judge of our awards, presenter of BFBS Breakfast in Scotland, host of New Music on Amazing Radio, music writer and broadcaster, Jim Gallatley.
Thank you, Sean. It is a pleasure to have been asked to reveal the winners of Best Specialist Music this year. So here goes with our bronze, silver and gold. First, bronze. The winner is HWD, The Rock Show.
That album finally came out. To mixed reviews, I have to say. Although there is a couple of decent tracks on it, that's one of them. The title track from the Chinese Democracy from Guns N' Roses. Playing that because Ron Bumblefoot Thal, who played guitar with Guns N' Roses on the Chinese Democracy album. Actually, he's one of 6 guitarists on that particular album.
The judges said the presenter is clearly enthusiastic about his subject and felt the show is presented in a knowledgeable, humorous and chatty style.
I think to be in Guns N' Roses at that time, you must have had to have a silly nickname, because he was Ron Bumblefoot Thal, and there was also Buckethead as well, who, strangely enough, wore a bucket on his head.
Well done to HWD, taking bronze. On to silver then. Good luck. The winner is Radio Grapevine for Fresh Sounds.
It's Rascalton and Alone from Radio Grapevine. Going to do that one for Audrey in Ward 14. She's asked for that and we're delighted to play it here on Fresh Sounds.
Rascalton, I've actually got them on my indie playlist.
Always a good addition to an indie playlist. It's that sort of indie punk vibe.
There was plenty of content for the judges to get their teeth into. A live interview, a live session, lots of local info too. They said it was clear a lot of preparation had gone into this show, which was also very well presented.
And I did promise that we were going to play a track from a session recently. Now, this was about 3 weeks ago. Zoe Graham, upcoming singer-songwriter from Glasgow, she's been all over the Celtic Connection scene. She joined us live in session and played my particular favourite one from her EP, Hackett and Knackered, that she released last year. This is called The Annie's Land Lights, live in session here on Fresh.
Fantastic work, Grapevine. Okay, on to the gold winner for Best Specialist Music Programme 2020. And the winner is Radio Tyneside, the Geordie Hour.
Aye, it is the Geordie Hour. We're just showing you the diversity in music that we have in this multicultural city and its surrounds.
The judges felt Caris and Gary worked well together. The show's totally local and will be inclusive and relatable to listeners. Lots of information presented in a friendly, chatty style, with a variety of all local music, flowing nicely in a way that gave the listener every reason to stay tuned for the entire hour.
And it's that time in the show when we shout for a nurse.
Yes!
If you want to shout out for a local nurse, or indeed any of the staff around the local hospitals, so get in touch. This week we're saying hello to Dominic Simpson. He's an ATU nurse and also a lecturer in Newcastle hospitals. Oh, and good luck with your PhD. Someone else who's doing a PhD is Kate Charteris from Whitley Bay. She's a nurse consultant.
Huge congratulations to Radio Tyneside winning the top trophy yet again. Worthy winners. Sean, back to you.
Worthy winners indeed. Thank you, Jim. That's Jim Gallatley. And a big thank you to PPL for their continued support as well. It's the National Hospital Radio Awards 2020, and we're moving on to our next category, the Best Speech Package Awards. Alan, take us through our nominees.
Here we go. Best Speech Package. The nominees are BHBN, World Transplant Games Baton Handover. Durham Hospitals Radio, Life on the Farns. Grampian Hospital Radio, the Robertsons Family Roof Garden. Hospital Radio Basingstoke, Drummer John. Hospital Radio Plymouth, Torbridge High Radio Show, Carers Week. Radio Brockley, Up on the Roof. Radio Frimley Park, RFP meets Joy Hunter, MBE. Radio Grapevine, In Conversation. Radio Marsden, Pressure Ulcer Red Dot Day. And Radio Wishing Well, Rita's Story.
Thanks, Alan. That's the top 10 for Best Speech Package, recognising excellence in speech-based programming or interviewing skills. Who's taking bronze, silver and gold, though? Here's one of our judges, BBC Radio Lincolnshire's managing editor, Charlie Partridge.
Thank you, Sean. Having been a judge for many years now, it's a delight to reveal the bronze, the silver and the gold. I wish I could do it in person, but given the circumstances, I'm honoured to be invited to do it virtually. So here we go then. Your bronze winner is Hospital Radio Plymouth.
They used to talk over the head of my mum, so they wouldn't speak to her, even if she was paying, even if she was there with the, with a hand out with the cash in it. They'd speak to me. They'd speak over her head, and they'd always assume that she was completely incapable just because she was in a wheelchair.
One judge said that for them, the best radio tells them something they didn't know. And this entry did just that. Amazing insights, simply told. A worthy winner.
Do you think there needs to be more awareness about the fact that you're young carers? Do you think that you get recognised? And do you think people would understand if you explained to them, now, what this is all about?
Yeah, because whenever we go shopping, people just stare at her, especially little kids.
Well done, Plymouth, my hometown. Moving on to silver. The winner is Durham Hospital Radio.
Well, I'm here on the Farne Islands meeting our head ranger on the Inner Farne. It's Harriet Reid. Hello, Harriet.
Hi there.
And thank you very much for agreeing to give me some information, mainly about, all the birds that we have on the island, but also the puffins.
The judges praised the great ambition and lovely, friendly style in this entry. It came close to being their winner. They suggested with a little more actuality and a stronger description, it might well have clinched gold.
I actually started as a volunteer on the island, so I was only supposed to stay for a week, but then I ended up staying for a couple of months because they couldn't get rid of me, and then the next year I came back and interviewed to be an assistant ranger.
Fantastic, Durham. Well done. Right. Now, who's taking gold? The best speech package for 2020 goes to, drumroll, BHBN.
Well, we are eagerly awaiting the arrival of the World Transplant Games baton. I'm stood in the atrium of the QE, and surrounding me are a number of competitors who will be going to the World Transplant Games, and of course they are transplant recipients themselves.
The judges said this was a quality piece of radio with a good appreciation of sound and one amazing moment. Special mention is made of Philippa Clarkin for an emotional and riveting interview.
Boriana Nankova will compete in the table tennis doubles at the World Transplant Games on the 5th anniversary of her second liver transplant.
But when I became so seriously ill, I didn't think about any sport. When I found about transplant sport, I was so happy because I'm just about to recover. So if I have to play again, that will be great. And that time come, and I'm so happy now I'm going to World Transplant Games.
Well done, Philippa and BHBN. An amazing entry and a very, very worthy winner. Sean and Alan, back to you.
Thank you. That's Charlie Partridge there, BBC Radio Lincolnshire. Our next award is the Best Special Event Award, recognising a one-off programme or event that doesn't form part of a station's day-to-day output.
OK, here's the top 10 list of nominees. The Hospital Broadcasting Service, Hospital to Hospital Sponsored Walk. Hospital Radio Plymouth, 50th Anniversary Weekend. Nottingham Hospital's Radio, The Last Day. Radio Heartbeat 40th Anniversary Show. Radio Hillingdon, Brunel University Volunteers Fair. Radio Way, St Peter's Open Day coverage. Radio Cavell, Royal Oldham Hospital Summer Barbecue for staff and local partners. Rookwood Sound, the International Tortoise Sanctuary. Southend Hospital Radio, Macmillan Coffee Evening. And Whipps Cross Hospital Radio, Whipps Cross 50 years.
Good luck to all of them. To announce our bronze, silver and gold, we're joined by another of our judges, presenter of The Newsroom on BBC World Service and the Global News Pod. It's Jackie Leonard.
Hello, Sean, and thank you for the invitation. It gives me great pleasure to reveal the bronze, silver and gold for Best Special Event, starting with bronze. The winner is Radio Way.
Well, we're now in the Postgraduate Centre and various displays here, and I'm joined now by Sue and Bieber. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
And Tissue Viability is your group. Now, tissues to me mean things like Kleenex, but I'm sure that's not what we're talking about, is it, Sue?
No, it's not. So we're talking about tissue, which is skin. We're the wound specialist nurses, so we look at treatment of complex wounds and prevention of things like pressure ulcers.
The judges said this entry had a special warmth about it, a feeling of community. It was educational, but also fun, and the kids were lovely.
And
Nicole.
you weren't going to talk to me a few minutes ago, were you, Nicole? You're getting all very shy. So what have you come to see today?
How hospitals work.
Hospitals. So which is the best bit you want to see? Is there any bit that you're looking for especially?
The operation part.
The operating theatre. Oh, right.
Many congratulations to Radio Way. OK, on to the silver winner, and well done to the team at Radio Hillingdon.
Hi everyone, my name's Dr. Savvy, and this week we've got a special programme coming from Brunel University where we attended the Volunteer Fair. We have an opportunity as Hillingdon Radio to have a stand where we were actually recruiting for lots of people to come and join us in terms of all the variety of work that we do.
The judges described this entry as a beautifully produced illustration of how people come together to support their community. It was warm and conversational, with a nod to the music woven in.
Awesome stand here called, was it Tova Tafel?
Yeah, so Tova Tafel means magic table in Dutch, and we help to bring these amazing projected games into libraries and into care homes. They're designed specifically for people with late to mid-stage dementia and also learning disabilities.
Well done, Hillingdon. On to gold now. The Best Special Event 2020 goes to the Hospital Broadcasting Service.
And that was the Jacksons with Walk Right Now. Well, walk right now indeed. Walk this way and all. I've got good news, and let's go live to the team. How you doing out there, guys?
Good news is we are, Yvonne?
We're done.
We are done in every sense.
Where's the cheer then? Where are you guys? 1, 2, 3.
The judges found this entry entertaining and informative. They said there was some wonderful chemistry between the team, with a clever use of music, a really good listen.
Okay, well let's just check. Okay, let's see. Alice, how are you feeling?
Very tired.
Oh,
okay.
Bless.
Kevin?
Very good. I'm surprised that I'm fit as I am and not as sure what I thought we were going to be
And can I say, Kevin is going to be 60 years old in a couple more months? Next month.
Well done. It's been great that you've been able to join us all the way through, and very well done from the team here. Hey! Yeah, we're clapping for you guys. Good, good, good.
Huge congratulations. You are all winners, really. Well done. And I look forward to judging more entries next year. Back to you, Sean.
Thanks, Jackie, and thanks for supporting Hospital Radio and our awards. That's Jackie Leonard there.
Hello, it's Jason Manford. I'm just interrupting your virtual ceremony to say hello and a huge thank you for the work you're doing in our hospitals. I know you don't do it for the recognition, but it's important that you are recognised at such a time. You are helping bring relief and companionship to patients at a time when they can't receive visitors. You really are that friend at the bedside. Keep up the good work.
Right, on to the next category, the award for Best Newcomer, sponsored by our friends at Broadcast Radio. Alan, let's remind ourselves of the nominees.
They are Ciara Hughes, BHBN, Jojo Sanderson, CHBN, Beth Dobson, Grampian Hospital Radio, Catherine Stables, Harrogate Hospital Radio, Emily Prince, Hospital Radio Lynn, Shannon Griffin, Hospital Radio Medway, Jamie Patey, Hospital Radio Reading, Andrew Douglas, Radio BGM, and Andy Shah, Radio Harrow, and Laura Lindors, Radio Harrow.
Our 10 fantastic nominees. To announce the bronze, silver and gold, he delivered a great seminar last time we were in Bolton, and he's also one of our judges. It's broadcaster, author and all-round nice guy, David Lloyd.
Thanks, Sean. It's a pleasure to announce the bronze, silver and gold for Best Newcomer this year. And what a time to be starting out in hospital radio, given everything that's happening. Right, the bronze award goes to Andy Shah, Radio Harrow.
Hey everyone, welcome to Radio Harrow. This is Anandi. We have seen in recent news that actually a lot of the social media companies at the moment are facing backlash for allowing the dissemination of certain types of comments or posts online that are affecting young people in a very negative way.
And Andy is a really promising presenter with much to offer. She displays her intelligence engagingly in her content and questioning.
We are going to be talking about all things dating, but with a twist. So for this show, we're going to start with some dating customs and trends from around the world. Very, very interesting.
Well done, Andy. Our silver winner is Jojo Sanderson from CHBN.
You know, my little sister, I used to have to do all her homework for her.
Why?
Because she used to get big projects that she had to do over the half-term holidays, and Ma didn't like to have to do it, so I did it.
Why didn't she do it?
Well, she didn't like doing her homework.
Jojo is described as hugely likeable and clearly a creative presenter with a good voice and a thoroughly natural approach.
Do you think you'd rather be doing homework, or should you be maybe on a beach somewhere?
Homework.
What? You'd rather be doing homework than be on a beach? I don't believe you.
I believe myself.
Do you?
Yeah.
Wonderful. So that's bronze and silver. Let's find out who's taking gold. Your best newcomer for 2020 is Shannon Griffin, Hospital Radio Medway.
Well, I'd just like to say a quick thank you for everybody who we met up with outside Tesco and outside Morrison's over these last couple of weekends. We've been raising funds for Hospital Radio Medway because it's an entirely voluntary enterprise.
Shannon is seen as a very versatile and authentic broadcaster with an attractive voice which she uses well. She also has good listening skills and an empathy with the listener.
And thank you very much indeed. You're helping in a huge way to help keep us on air.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much indeed. And our next request is for Jackie's partner in Kingfisher Ward, who's Graham.
Huge congratulations, Shannon, and well done to all involved in hospital radio generally, particularly at this moment in time. And of course, happy 50th anniversary to the HBA as well. Sean.
Thanks, David. David Lloyd with our Best Newcomer category, sponsored by Broadcast Radio. Alan, what's next?
Yeah, it's the award for Best Innovation, recognising innovation across hospital radio. This category is also sponsored by Broadcast Radio. There are no nominations, so Sean, why don't you announce the winner?
I'd be delighted, Alan. This year's Best Innovative Award goes to Radio Way. For many years, the station broadcast on Hospicom to St Peter's and by Air headphones at Ashford Hospital. However, patients often complain that headphones were uncomfortable and navigating the last few screens that were working was very difficult. Looking for a solution, the team at Radio Way started working on a cost-effective solution to stream the station from the internet. And after a bit of a trial and error situation, they came across some suitable Wi-Fi speakers which, with the use of an app, could be locked on to Radio Way and brought great sound quality as well. 14 were purchased to trial the system, and it proved so popular the Hospital Trust provided the station with a grant to enable more speakers to be purchased. They now have 60 such speakers, meaning every bay in every ward has one, and staff and patients like having something in the background to listen to. Requests have shot through the roof as a result, as well as their listening figures. A great use of technology to keep themselves on air and to reach even more patients. Our Innovation Award for 2020 is Radio Way. Well done to them.
Well done indeed. Our next category is the award for Best Programme with Multiple Presenters. And here's the shortlist of nominees. Steve Dundas and Jennifer McLaughlin, Arrow Sound. Zara and Liam's Saturday Morning Show, CHBN. G&T, Harrogate Hospital Radio. Sam and Tone's Big 80s Bangers, Hospital Radio Chelmsford. Dolphin Beats, Hospital Radio Medway. Saturday Brunch, Radio Harrow. Catherine and Maria's The Young Way, Radio Way. Steve and Debbie, The Flagship Show, Rookwood Sound. Girls Talk, Southampton Hospital Radio. And SHR Kids, Southend Hospital Radio. Good luck to all 10 of them.
Thanks, Alan. Yes, this category is for those hospital radio stations that have programmes presented by a group of people and often include many of the ingredients that make hospital radio unique, such as requests and patient interaction. It's also a difficult format to get right to ensure the listener feels included rather than on the outside. To reveal the winners, another of our judges this year, broadcaster Steve Orchard.
Thanks, Sean. It was an honour to help judge a category this year. So many great entries and good to hear so much good work being done right across the country in our hospitals. Here's the bronze, silver and gold for Best Programme with Multiple Presenters. Bronze goes to Dolphin Beats, Hospital Radio Medway.
Hello, I'm Ellie.
And I'm Brooke.
And you're listening to Dolphin Beats,
the show for you on Dolphin Ward.
So today we'll have interviews from Stephen Mulhern off the telly, games, a very special intro quiz, and more.
Ellie and Brooke are two sisters, and the judges said they sounded natural, fun, and both are very comfortable interviewers. A really good listen.
We went down to Dolphin Ward and we got some requests. And the first request was by Faith, and it was for Sam Smith. So we have Dancing with a Stranger by Sam Smith and Normani.
Well done, Medway. On to silver. The winner is SHR Kids, Southend Hospital Radio.
Southend Hospital Radio.
Hello and welcome to Southend Hospital Radio Kids. My name's Cara. And my name's Catherine. We'll be with you for the next hour with jokes, logic puzzles and great music for the children on Neptune Ward here at Southend Hospital.
The judges praised this nicely delivered content. They said that Cara and Catherine demonstrated the required relevance to the hospital patient and the wider hospital community. Fun and enjoyable to listen to.
We came to have a look around Neptune Ward and we interviewed some of the staff who look after you. We spoke to Claire and first we asked what age range of children are looked after on Neptune Ward.
We take from newborn up to 16 and then 16 to 18 if they've got special needs.
What made you want to work here?
I've always wanted to work with children, so I did my training, I did childcare training and then settled back in Southend and this job came through.
Great work for the kids at Southend. Right, on to gold. The best programme with multiple presenters for 2020 is The Young Way at Radio Way.
Good afternoon, it's Catherine and Maria on The Young Way, with you until 5 o'clock.
We've been around the ward collecting your requests and we've got a smashing show lined up for you this afternoon.
The judges said this show had a real sense of fun and felt inclusive to the audience it was aimed at. One judge said that Maria and Catherine complement each other nicely, and they wanted to keep listening to them throughout.
So we're hoping that Lily is live on air. Let's see if she's there. Lily, are you there?
Yes.
Hello! Hi, Lily. How are you? You all right? You're live on air at Radio Way, and you are the proud winner of naming our show. How did you come up with the name?
So we wanted to include young people in the name.
Brilliant.
And we sort of included in the name Radio Way.
Oh,
well done.
Brilliant. Great to hear. Well done to the team at Radio Way. Sean, back to you.
Thanks, Steve. That's one of our judges from the Links FM group, Steve Orchard. In a moment, our best male and female presenters, but first, let's reveal the winner of this year's John Whitney Award. Again, there's no shortlist of nominations for this one, but Alan, you can reveal our winner this year.
The winner of this year's John Whitney Award is Ray Gladish, nominated by the team at CHBN. Connected with hospital radio since the late 1940s when, whilst visiting his grandfather in hospital, he had the idea to give the patients more choice other than the BBC Home and Light stations. He borrowed a reel-to-reel tape recorder and persuaded a local record store to loan him some records and put together a one-hour music show which was broadcast from the distribution cupboard at the weekend. This pioneering idea resulted in a weekly request show which continued for some years and must have been one of the earliest examples of hospital radio. Until 18 months ago, he hosted a weekly 2-hour live show on his station and held the unbeaten record of presenting live every week since he joined CHBN in 2012. During that time, Roy was the first presenter in the station's history who hosted a 2-hour live programme on Christmas Day, as he appreciated how important a live programme was to those who were unfortunate enough to be in hospital at that time. He was a key part of the team that launched the station under its community radio licence in 2014 and transitioned it to become a hospital and community radio service, working very hard to ensure that its broadcast standards were as high as possible and that the station was providing the best possible service to its listeners. In the last couple of years, his health had deteriorated, which meant that he was no longer able to physically visit the studio every week. However, he was still the station's most committed listener. Sadly, Roy couldn't beat his illness, and he died at his home in October last year. All at CHBN were greatly affected by his passing, but his legacy will live on through the many recordings of him that the station still has. Gone, but not forgotten. Our John Whitney this year goes to the amazing Ray Gladish of CHBN.
An amazing story, an amazing life, and one worth recognising. I'm sure you agree. Well done to our John Whitney winner this year, Ray Gladish.
This is a message to praise all hospital radio volunteers and to say happy 50th birthday to the Hospital Broadcasting Association from me, Jeremy Vine. The very first radio studio I went into was hospital radio. No, actually it was the second, because I saw a show go out on Capital Radio. I thought that's what I want to do. I was 13, and the first place I went to see if I could work and help was hospital radio. And gradually I did a bit here and there, and I'll always be grateful, and I know how important your work is, and I know that at the moment, particularly with hospital staff and patients so stressed, it's more important than ever. So listen, guys, all of you, happy birthday.
OK, on to our best female presenter of the year, sponsored by PRS, and recognising the female voice that best represents everything great about hospital radio. Alan, let's run through our nominees for best female presenter.
Here they are, mon brave. Philippa Clarkin, BHBN. Eileen Thompson, Durham Hospitals Radio. Nikki Quayle, Durham Hospitals Radio. Ginny Irvine Fortescue, Grampian Hospital Radio. Adele Gwillan, Harrogate Hospital Radio. Carrie Ingram Gettins, Hospital Radio Lynn. Julie Caston, Nottingham Hospitals Radio. Hansa Vassani, Radio Harrow. Karen Wilkinson, Radio Heartbeat. And last but not least, Leslie Jennings, Rookwood Sound.
10 fantastic presenters already, but who, according to our judges, will take the bronze, silver and gold? To tell us, let's welcome someone who's no stranger to the awards and was looking forward to being with us in Bolton, had our conference weekend and ceremony gone ahead. From Gem, director of the brilliant Secret Recordings podcast, it's Jo Russell.
Thank you, Sean. Yes, hello. Sorry it's only a virtual ceremony this year, but hopefully, keep your fingers crossed, I'll see you all in Bolton next year. Here are the winners for Best Female Presenter this year. The bronze goes to Hansa Vassani from Radio Harrow.
So that was a little bit of Gujarati for you if you have tuned in, and just wanted to make sure that everybody knows what this show is about. We are more than just music.
As one judge put it, wow, what an incredibly positive and fun entry this was. From the first 10 seconds, it was all about energy. Hansa has also mastered that one-to-one skill of broadcasting. Brilliant.
Bollywood songs, making you feel good, making you smile, hasti, making you play musti, and And that is, of course, me, Hansi. Hasti Masti Hansi. What else did you expect?
Congratulations, Hansa. The silver this year goes to Philippa Clarkin from BHBN.
Now, as well as wrapping my presents and decorating the house, I kept the sellotape out and I've fashioned myself what I'm calling the Words and Music Extra Wheel of Wonderment.
The judges said that from the first few seconds you could tell Philippa was loving her show. Such great energy and warmth and a lovely interview technique, asking the right questions and making her guests feel at ease from the offset. A very strong entry indeed.
Some people have suggested that the Wheel of Wonderment doesn't actually exist and is in fact just a cheap sound effect. Well, to those people, I will say bar humbug. So let's give this sound, the wheel, another spin. Here goes.
Brilliant work. Well done, Philippa. Well done. Okay, on to the gold. The best female presenter for 2020 is Julie Caston from Nottingham Hospitals Radio. Well done.
Now, hopefully you haven't been in hospital too long, but I know that a lot of people choose to read when they are in hospital, if you've got the kind of brain power for it. But how about this? Have you ever bought a library book, when they sort of decommission them or whatever they call it? You go to your library and you spend about 20p on a book. Well, there's somebody who was very, very pleased that they made that decision, because today they sold that book, the first edition Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, for £28,500. Can you believe it?
The judges gave gold to Julie as they felt she was the perfect, warm, friendly voice and was so easy to listen to. You can tell Julie is very much at home behind the microphone. This entry hit all the right notes from the judges. They couldn't fault it at all.
We're here at a rather damp Nature Valley Open. We're currently stood under a marquee, and I'm here with Paula, who's just gone to rescue part of the marquee. We're hoping that the weather's going to pick up at some point, but we are currently in the Rainbows tent.
Well done, Julie. Great to see Nottingham represented too. It's home to the radio station I work at, Gem Radio, of course. But can I just assure you, I did not judge this category, so there's no favouritism from me. Just well done, Julie, you deserved it. Hopefully I'll see you all face to face next year. If anybody remembers and you are at the bar next year, just say the word banana to Sean and he'll buy you a drink. Sean, back to you.
Thanks, Jo. Jo Russell from Gem. And do check out her Secret Recordings podcast, especially the one involving her boyfriend. I promise you, it's brilliant. Right, time for our best male presenters to celebrate then. Again, with thanks to our sponsors, PRS. Alan, remind us of the shortlist.
OK, then, fun lovers, here we go. The nominees for best male presenter are Ross Maxwell, Grampian Hospital Radio; Wayne Fish, Hospital Radio Lynn; Andrew Hill, Hospital Radio Plymouth; Rajiv Hassan, Nottingham Hospitals Radio; Howard Jacobson, Radio Glamorgan; Ross Coots, Radio Grapevine; Shrey Puranik, Radio Harrow; George Reed, Radio Hillingdon; Steve Allen, Rookwood Sound; and Joe Smith, Southend Hospital Radio.
Good luck to all of them. To announce the winners from Greatest Hits Radio, Judge Sean Goldsmith. Hello, Sean.
Oh, hello, Sean. Two Seans. Not confusing at all. But at least it's spelt right. Thanks for inviting me along to be a judge again this year. It's been great to hear all of the entries. And thanks for allowing me to come on and reveal the winners in this category. So here we go. Bronze in the best male presenter goes to Joe Smith from Southend Hospital Radio.
So tonight, you may have heard already, there's been a major incident in Southend-on-Sea. The fourth floor of H&M Clothing, which is the old Woolworths building in Southend High Street, has had a major fire. Started at 6:20 this evening. The latest information we have for you from Essex Fire and Rescue Service is that they sent 10 fire appliances to the incident this evening.
The judges said that Joe has a lovely, friendly style about him and was really engaging with a good local feel about his show.
Daniel Bedingfield, if you're not the one, at Southend Hospital Radio. He now works in a shoe shop in Crewe. I just made that up.
Well done, Joe. And your silver winner this year is Rajiv Hassan from Nottingham Hospitals Radio.
We had the privilege of meeting young Ben, he's 14 now, he was 13 when we met him, and he wasn't doing so great, but he was a longer-term patient at various times in the QMC, in one of the children's wards.
Nice style and delivery is how one judge summed up Rajiv's entry. Very strong content and good use of sensitive language when talking about patients. He also showed a great rapport with interviewees.
But I met him just a few days ago, and his mum, they were back in hospital for an appointment. He's been great. For the last year or so, he's been making such a great recovery, and it was really wonderful to see him looking so well. He's put on a lot of weight. He'd lost a lot last year, and he just looks like a normal 14-year-old boy now. So great to see him and his mum, Paula. And Ben he's a big Liverpool fan, and he asked for You'll Never Walk Alone.
So Nottingham getting a gold for Best Female and silver for Best Male. Good work, Nottingham. OK, here we go. Gold. The Best Male Presenter 2020 is Ross Maxwell from Grampian Hospital Radio.
I was reading up last, just over the weekend. So a goose down in Norwich went flying through a taxi window, into the back seat of the taxi window, and actually got badly damaged. And the taxi driver noticed this. He had such a shock. He took the goose to the vets because it was badly injured. Anyway, long story short, the goose got to the vets. It fully recovered. Only thing is, the taxi driver, well, he was running the meter, and now the goose has got quite some bill.
Wonderfully enthusiastic is how one judge summed up Ross. Professional sounding and really talks to the listener, making him very relatable. He's good at storytelling and showed brilliant interaction with patients.
Good evening, Ross.
How are you?
Today I'm not so good. All the better for hearing you and seeing you.
Well, thank you very much. Well, hopefully we can make you a little bit happier this evening.
Well done, Ross. Well deserved. Sean, from this Sean, it's back to you, Sean.
Thanks, Sean. From me, Sean. That's Sean Goldsmith, and thanks to PRS for their continued support. OK, in a moment, we'll reveal our HBA Station of the Year. But first, as it's the 50th anniversary of the HBA this year, we have a special award, the HBA Special Recognition Award, to a very special volunteer on behalf of the trustees. To tell us more, here's our HBA Chairman, Grant McNaughton.
Thank you, Sean, and hello to all of you hospital radio volunteers. I'm sorry we couldn't gather in March in Bolton, but next year will be extra special, I'm sure. I'm so proud of all of our stations and all of our volunteers continuing to keep stations on air where they can during this current situation. We know the importance of hospital radio, but has there ever been a time where patients and staff have needed our special blend of companionship and comfort than now? I think not. As Sean's mentioned, this year is HBA's 50th anniversary, and the trustees wanted to award a special recognition for someone who's been key to the association's successes throughout this time. There surely isn't a station that she hasn't been to, and she's proved to be an outstanding ambassador to the HBA and for hospital radio over many years, demonstrating and continually modelling HBA's mission to support, inform, represent and develop hospital, health and wellbeing broadcasting. I am, of course, talking about the wonderful June Snowdon, our president. HBA, or NABO, the National Association of Hospital Broadcasting Organisations, was formed by a small group meeting in Hull 50 years ago this year. Amongst those founders was none other than Brian Snowdon, June's late husband. Together, they formed Hospital Radio Goodies, helping better promote stations with merchandise, and in 1994, the first ever conference bursary was awarded in memory of Brian. June has continued, often despite ill health, to travel the length and breadth of the country as our president, attending station events, being interviewed and never missing a conference. The association just wouldn't be the same without her. And that's why, for the 50th anniversary year, the HBA Special Recognition Award goes to the truly amazing June Snowdon.
Thanks, Grant, and a huge congratulations to our president, June Snowdon. So disappointed didn't get to see you this year, June, but we'll have a drink together and a chat in Bolton, I'm sure. A true legend, June Snowdon. Right, our final award is for the HBA Station of the Year, with thanks to our sponsor, PPL. Alan, remind us of our top 10 stations.
The nominees for Station of the Year 2020 are BHBN, Coventry Hospital Radio, Harrogate Hospital Radio, Hospital Radio Basingstoke, Hospital Radio Chelmsford, Hospital Radio Plymouth, Radio Brockley, Radio Glamorgan, Radio Redhill, and Rookwood Sound.
10 worthy winners already, but which stations will be taking the trophies? To reveal all, please welcome a huge supporter of the work of Hospital Radio. He and I both started at Scunthorpe many, many years ago. He's content director at Absolute Radio, Paul Sylvester.
Thanks, Sean. It's a pleasure to be with everyone this evening to present the awards. Now, before I reveal the winners of Station of the Year, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who works in Hospital Radio. The voluntary work that you do in collecting the requests is needed every day of the year. But right now, the service and support you're offering patients and staff and hospitals up and down the country means more than anything ever. People are worried, people are concerned, and that comforting voice that you provide with the entertainment is so important. So thank you very much for the work that you do. And while it's a shame we never made it to Bolton to give you these awards in person, I'm sure actually you're happy to be out there in your hospitals doing the work that you always do. So thank you. And also well done. This year the judging was even tougher than it's ever been. Some great entries, certainly in the category I judged, which was this one. Some really brilliant new presenters, some great ideas. You're entertaining, you're informing, you're really pushing the boundaries of what you can do, and you deserve all of these accolades. So if you're nominated, well done. You were great. So this one was a really tough one to judge this year. And so with a break in tradition, and let's face it, if there ever was going to be a year to break with tradition, it's this one. I'm not going to announce a bronze winner. Instead, we have 2 joint silver winners. And they are, first, Radio Redhill.
I'm here meeting Baffin's Fit Club, and I'm here with Kat. Hi, Kat, and you're in an absolutely fabulous outfit. Just describe it for me.
Blue and orange, really. That's my charity colours. I run for motor neuron disease, so the theme is blue and orange that we run in. We stand out. Orange rah-rah skirt, bright blue
Radio
hair.
Redhill is described as a brilliant station which not only covers hospital events, but also things happening in the wider community, with guests including Dame Judy Dent.
So here we are again in another courtyard.
And Michael had turned the sod for the hospital
That's
all
right,
those
yes,
years
that's
ago,
right,
the beginning of the 80s.
That's right.
So I feel I have a great affiliation with the
Yes,
hospital.
you're a very good friend to this hospital, and you're very good friends with Radio Redhill.
The volunteers are great communicators and interviewers. There's a real warmth about their presentation and a clear desire to go above and beyond. This is Hospital Radio at its
We're now in
best.
Buckland Ward, and just about to talk to Paul. When it comes to Christmas, what would be your favourite meal?
Christmas has always been a little bit more special because my birthday's Christmas Eve. So, but when I was saying that, my mum said it was the worst present she ever got, but we'll gloss over that.
Well done, Radio Redhill. Our other joint silver winner is BHBN.
Well, I'm in the neonatal unit here at Heartlands Hospital, where currently around 20 babies are being treated. And I'm just looking at one of those babies right now. His name is Jacob. He was born 8 weeks premature at just £4.9, and he's absolutely tiny.
The judges said there are some perfectly pitched elements in this entry that elevate it above other stations. From the neonatal baby unit piece to the transplant games.
69, so I had my transplant in November 2010, so coming up to 9 years since that.
So fast forward on from those 9 years ago. How does it feel to be day here in, well, it was sunny, now a little bit cloudy Newport at the British Transplant Games for 2019?
It's absolutely brilliant. The atmosphere this year is always as good. It's my fifth games. I mean, it's superb. And I tell you what, the people in Wales and Newport, they've made us so welcome. Turned the weather on for us.
The presenters are clearly skilled at handling speech content. This was all combined with a real sense of personality and is an exceptional entry from a first-rate station.
Right, so we've got Imagine John Lennon queued up ready for Harry. Now, I want to share you something here, because Philippa's been speaking to me about that particular conversation that she had with Harry, and she's delighted to tell me that as they finished their game, the doctor was stood right behind them, and he broke the news to Harry that he's actually going home today. So congratulations, Harry, and here's your song.
Congratulations to both Radio Redhill and BHBN, worthy joint silver winners. Right, here's the final award of the night. Gold, your HBA Best Radio Station for 2020 goes to Radio Broccoli.
Well, I've got Christine Bowes, who was delighted to meet Princess Eugenie, because I think there's a bit of a story there, Christine.
Yeah, there is. It's been a secret for so many years, but I guess the secret's out now. But I nursed her when she was in hospital, and you can't sort of tell people because there's a professional code, but because now it's sort of been divulged and everybody knows and there's photographs and what have you, I guess the secret's out. So, but yeah, it was an honour and a pleasure and a privilege, like nursing anybody is. But it was really, really nice to nurse her.
It was a lovely moment because I was actually standing behind you about 2 metres away, and I couldn't really clearly hear what was going on, but I gathered from the expressions that she suddenly had that realisation that here is one of the nursing staff that looked after you, after me rather, when I was in this hospital. That's basically what happened, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think she sort of looked at me, and it was her father, Prince Andrew, who sort of said, "Oh, Hughes, look, there's one of your nurses." And
the judges said this is incredible hospital radio of the highest quality. From royal visits to local elections, the station appears embedded in both hospital and community life.
Well, I'm delighted once again to be joined by Rob Hurd, Chief Executive of the Royal National Orthopaedic Hospital, and Professor Tony Goldstone, CBE, who is the Chairman of the Royal National Orthopaedic Hospital. Gentlemen, good morning and thank you very much.
Good morning, Keith. There's considered presentation by highly talented volunteers who are obviously passionate about their craft and supporting the patient's recovery.
Is it? You have connections that go back to the RNOH.
That's right.
Before some of those were born.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, about 6 years ago, my nan was in here. So this place I know is incredible. She had a fall. She fell down the stairs, got a hangman break, and they said that she probably wouldn't walk again and she was lucky to survive. And I think she was in here for about 8 to 10 weeks and she walked out.
Wow.
Yeah. So my nan's an incredible lady anyway, but yeah, so.
And she's completely cured, is she?
Yeah, she's fine. Yeah, she was absolutely fine. She was walking out the door, which the doctor said was remarkable. So I love this place for that alone.
This was, according to the judges, a brilliantly textured entry showing the huge diversity of content the station produces.
Having spent a fair bit of time in hospitals over the years, I think what I have always appreciated about hospital radio is that it feels like you've got a friend. There's someone there. It's kind of your connection to the outside world.
Can we ask which hospital you're in?
I've toured a lot of hospitals, but yeah, I think that's what's wonderful about it. And I think you and I were chatting about this a few minutes ago as well. We were saying, like, particularly in the age of iPads and iPhones and all these kind of things, you've got such a you're so spoilt for choice in terms of things that you can listen to. And actually, in a way, I think that just makes hospital radio even more special.
Well deserved and well done to all of the team at Radio Broccoli. Hopefully, we'll all be back together next year and I'll see you then. Sean, it's back to you.
Thank you, Paul. Paul Sylvester there. Thanks to him and thanks to all of our guests who've helped out putting together this special awards ceremony. Special thanks to, of course, the conference team, the usual suspects at Scunthorpe Hospital Radio as well, Neil for organising the ceremony, and to Wayne, Sam and all the rest for helping us make sure we can reveal the winners in this slightly unusual way. Great teamwork across the HBA. Thanks also to the judges as well, to all who nominated, and of course to my co-presenter, our patron, the wonderful Alan Dedico. Alan, thanks for your help as well.
Well, you're very kind, Sean. It's been my pleasure. And can I thank all in hospital radio for the work they're doing, especially right now, broadcasting from home to keep patients entertained and bringing that companionship when they need it most, folks. Keep safe, keep washing your hands, and hopefully I'll see you in person next year.
Let's hope so. Thanks, Alan. I second that. We've known that hospital radio is a vital service, but right now, more than ever, your volunteering has never been more needed. If you didn't win, don't be disheartened. It's what's happening right now at your station that ultimately counts. We'll open entries for this year's awards in the autumn, and we'll be back on stage in Bolton on Saturday the 20th of March 2021. We'll see you there. From the National Hospital Radio Awards 2020, take care.